Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me now? Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me. I am so excited to be here today. It's always a pleasure to come on and share with you guys and leave you inspired, really. Leave you here with a different, allow you to leave here with a different set of mind, a different mindset, a mindset that is actually going to give you different results in your life. And I think that that is so important. So I'm excited to be here. I don't have a bunch of time because I have coaching, but you guys can hear me now. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share with you guys today. Before I get started, how are you guys doing? How has your week been? Where are you tuning in from? Let me know so that I can shout you out below. As you know, I work with women entrepreneurs, and I have a little bit of a story time to share with you guys and to tell you, because I think that in this day and age, it is still so kind of crazy that with the information that we have, we still self-sabotage ourselves. And that means we still sabotage our success. And once you understand energetics, you are able to move forward and move away from being stuck and in self-sabotage and constantly doubting yourself. And to be honest with you, also that state of mind leaves you with an energetic blueprint that is going to determine your money flow or the amount of clients that you attract or that you bring in and that you can give amazing results. I talk to women that are building a brand, women that are entrepreneurs, that either are coaches or healers or realtors or in construction or brand women that want to grow online business. I'm trying to remember like who are my clients, right? And that's who it is. It's women entrepreneurs that usually feel stuck and they're like, oh my God, I have tried everything I can in order to grow my business, and I still find myself in this feeling of it's not working for me. Or even believe it or not, a lot of women also come to me and they say, you know, I have the cars, I have the money, I have the position, the CEO position, and I still don't feel like I'm creating an impact, like I'm doing something with my life, which is so funny because we always think, or we used to think, that once we have what it is that we want, then everything else is going to kind of change, and you know, we're going to become this different person and we're going to have different feelings and all of this. And I am here to tell you that that is nothing further from the truth, because what we feel inside or within, which means our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, it's usually a representation of what is going out or what is going on in our external life. Because, like you guys know, and like I have said it 100 times, our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, what we think of the outside world is what we project energetically. And whether you want to believe it or not want to believe it, humans communicate energetically. Not only humans, I think any living thing communicates energetically. And that energy field that carries information and thoughts and feelings are what you emit every day. So you can be saying, yeah, I feel amazing, it's great, I'm going to go and do it. But if you are still in the box of your current reality, my friend, it's going to be so hard for you to actually take any action. And I see this on a daily basis, right? I get tons and tons of messages, and sometimes we are so attached to the hustle and to the how difficult it is that when someone gives us a solution, we have a hard time believing that that's actually a real solution that can solve our problems, because it feels better to have all the reasons why we can't move forward, all the reasons why we can't think differently, you know. And that shows up a little bit like, I am confused, I am not sure, I am scared, okay, maybe this works, okay, maybe I'll believe that. And then my question really would be, okay, so thinking of this in a objective mindset, if you are not happy where you are in life and you start understanding or incorporating energetics, and you know that by a physiological process, by science, what you say to yourself creates changes in your brain, and what you think literally creates chemicals, emotions that are corresponding to that thought, then you saying, well, I'm not so sure if I can change my life, is a huge sabotage, because before you have even tried to say new things, you have already had the barrier of where you currently are. So you are judging your future experiences from where you're currently at this moment. And that takes us so away from who we truly are and our true potential. It kind of is the recipe for you to never move forward and stay there forever, to be honest with you. And we give so much power to things outside of ourselves. And my question is, okay, when are we going to give power to the things within ourselves, right? Like, when is that going to take precedent over my current thinking box? When is that going to change? And the only person that can make that change is you, no one else. No one is going to do it for you. No one can actually get into your brain and tell you to change the way that you think. And there's a saying that usually we don't change until we feel that, there's no other option. And I mean, with me, it was that you guys have heard my story many times. I think that the reason why I needed to believe that there would be a change, I needed to believe that I could actually do this, was because I really had no other option. I couldn't just cross my hands and be like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and, dwell on my circumstances because I'm a mom, and that's just not how life works, right? That's kind of, the first point is that, right? That's the first point. The second point is this making sense? Are you guys understanding this so far? Are we on the same page? Good morning. Happy Friday. I was trying to do streaming on Instagram as well as here. But I don't know why my computer didn't allow me to do that. So we'll go over to Instagram later on. Thank you so much for the love, guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so my what I want to talk about today is that how many people have made struggling their current reality. And you can comment below. You can answer yourself. Hello, West Coast. Welcome. You can answer yourself, but ask yourself, is my normal to wake up and be worried? Is my normal to struggle? And if that is your normal, your vocabulary, your communication, your words not only are attracting more of the struggle, but they are aligned with the struggle. And it goes something like this. I'm not sure. I'm confused. I can't do it. I can't imagine that. I can't do that because I'm afraid of what others will think. I am afraid of, I'm not seeing it right in this moment. So therefore, thank you, Erica. I am, going back to my struggle. And when you are struggling, you are in your thinking box. You are in your reality, right? Whatever happened to you, I'm not discounting trauma, and I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm telling you that the only present reality that we have is today, right now. And when you are so consumed with the struggle that it has become a new normal, you need to understand that the struggle and the new normal is also a part of your personality, to the point where it affects your hormones. Because if I explain to you that your thoughts and your feelings generate hormones in your body in the form of an emotion, so when you are feeling stuck, depressed, anxious, grieving, in comparison, those are your feelings that evoke a hormone, an emotion, a chemical in your body. So I'll tell you right now. So when you are there, right, when you how can it be not evident that if what I'm saying to myself is negative and limited, that I won't feel that way? And how is it that you guys override, or some of you, the point that you first, this struggle box was created through years of programming. It has affected your hormones to the point that a lot of people have adrenal fatigue, brain fog, constantly not being well, whatever the case may be. And when you're going to make a change, you need to know that you are literally rewiring up to the hormones in your body. And some of you are so addicted to the struggle, which is a lack of courage and confidence, to be honest with you. It's a congestion of energy in your solar plexus, that you guys get afraid to offer your product or your service, to get clear on who your ideal client is, to post on social media, to offer your sales or whatever it is that you're doing. How else do you think that other people are going to know what it is that you're doing, like, or how it is that you can help them? There's no other way. So when we start changing the way that we think of ourselves and the way that the language that we have with ourselves, we are going to start changing the reality that we see. And a lot of people struggle with that. They rather stay in the struggle bus. And it sounds something like, it is always said, pay attention to this because it's important, that the intention of the desire that we want has to override the old story. So if your intention is to finally build the business or to finally feel in love with your life and joyful and excited and confident, right? If that is your intention, it has to override the old story, the one that says maybe it won't work. There's no maybe. The moment that you make the decision to change or have something that you never had, the maybes don't exist anymore. The maybes are put to rest. They're in the past. It is with conviction and intention that you lead. That's how you do it. You can't say, well, I want to change and I want to do this and I want to do that, but I'm not sure it's going to work. Because you just went back to square one. Literally. So the intention of the desire is something that is going to help you move forward. It's going to help you gain momentum, right? No, you can't manifest an ex-back. That drives me crazy, those questions. Why would you manifest somebody that left your life if you are a queen that deserves the best and they're an ex for a reason? Let the past rest. That is, I'm sorry, that drives me like bonkers. No, why would you want to manifest someone that left your life back into it? If you start feeling appreciation and loved and support, you will manifest the best one that you want. I just can't. I can't do that. Yesterday, there was a lady that was on Instagram and she was telling me the whole story about how her ex and he was so this and so that. And I'm telling her, okay, the first thing that you need to do is get to a place of peace, kind of like right now. And you need to go meditate, literally, because that rewires or brings your brain waves to a lower state where you no longer feel that anxiety and that urge and that sadness. Literally, it does it immediately with 10 minutes of meditation. And then once you do that, you before you do anything else, you go and you clear your energetic space. Like you get into a good space and then you drop the scroll from Instagram or social media and you do something proactive for yourself. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear it. They want to, that you will never find that in me. I am so sorry because I am someone that thinks that moving forward is what we should be doing as humans, like evolving and moving forward. And I will not sit with a woman and tell her like, yes, it's his fault. It's horrible. I understand the pain. I understand the heartbreak. I understand that it is difficult, but I also extremely believe that anybody is capable to overcome anything in their life. So I just cannot have this conversation where the story continues to be how bad that other person is, because every time I judge someone else and I tell them, oh, it's because of you, it's because of what you did, it's because of how you acted, you are taking away your personal power. That's going to leave you depleted from energy. It's going to leave you depleted from good thoughts. It's going to leave you in this victim mentality that I cannot handle. I'm sorry to tell you that, guys. I just can't. For me, it's like, no. I'm the one that did things wrong, not him. It's okay. So if you did things wrong, you make sure that you have increased self-love and increased appreciation for yourself and increased confidence that the right person is going to come to your life, no matter if it's him or someone else. That is it. That would be my suggestion with that. Please listen. I have changed my life. Aw, thank you, Erica. What do you recommend to shift the negative thinking? The first thing that I recommend is that you need to understand that when you wake up, right, the first most valuable asset of your day, of your life, of yourself, of your business is your rituals when you wake up and making sure that your energy is aligned to what you want to see. And you have two ways of seeing this information that I share. One of them is I'm going to go all in and see what happens. And every time that I have a maybe or I'm fearful or I hope this works, I am going to love myself enough to quiet my mind because I am going to remember that I have two options. Either I go full force forward or I stay where I'm at. And if I decide to stay where I'm at, then I do not complain because that would mean I am insane, doing the same thing, expecting a different result and complaining. And I don't want to seem like your mom, but I this is true. Like sometimes I look at someone that is so powerful, that has so much knowledge that, you know, could be changing the world. And they're still in the box of, I'm not sure, maybe this works, maybe this doesn't work. Like, at what point do we say, I'm going all out, I'm going to reach the goal, I'm going to become this higher version of myself or the best version of myself that I can be? And while I'm doing that, I am going to show myself love and grace and, you know, show up as the person that I want to become, as the person that I am meant to be. Because I believe that you cannot have a vision of who you want to become and not be able to see that vision through. That's just my belief. You don't have to adopt that, but it's my belief, right? So in all of this, I want you to know that first, I want you to answer me. Who here is a woman entrepreneur? Either a healer, a coach, a business owner, let me know because this is exactly what I want to talk about how your energy affects or influences your business growth, and your business being stuck, to be honest with you. Okay, so Taylor Swift Sharpins. Did I say that right? I hope I did. So here is something that I want you to know. The first thing is when you think of, okay, I'm going to grow this business, there's certain things that you need to do. The first one is your thoughts represent your energy before you speak. That's it. So what you're thinking is going to be representative, or the other person is going to feel it, whether you like it or not. So wouldn't it make sense that before I do a sales call or before I do the things that I have to do for my business, I make sure that my energy is aligned? And energy alignment means what I say is what I do. That is what alignment means. I say this every single day in the Aligned CEO, which is the program that I teach. If you are saying something but you're not taking any action, you're only lying to yourself. You are out of alignment, because alignment means that I know that I don't have to control where the next client is going to come from, right? Alignment means that I trust myself enough to be able to provide a product or service or a transformation to my audience or to my customer where they are going to be satisfied. Alignment means that where I am today in business is not where I'm going to be in a year from now if I allow myself to learn, to become better, to show up, and to overcome my thinking box. Your thinking box has all of your beliefs, all of your emotions, all of your thoughts. And the reality that you see is coming through by adopting or seeing all those things that you feel, all those things that you see, all those things that you say to yourself. So wouldn't it make sense that first we start with our own personal energy before we even go out there and, serve our community or our audience or whatever it is? That is the first thing. The second thing is I want you to take inventory of what do you feel when you are selling? And if you can comment in the comments, that would be great. What do you feel when you're going to offer your product or your service? And the reason why I want to say, I want you guys to answer that is because sales is nothing more than an exchange of energy. I don't know when we made it. I do know. We made it something huge and bigger when we thought that the person was evaluating us as a human. So me selling something to you, I have attached the belief that I am selling myself to you. And if you say no, then I will be ashamed and rejected. And that is not true. Because somebody says no to you doesn't mean that you're going to be ashamed or rejected. That just means no. Nothing else. What else does a no mean? It just means a no. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you're a bad professional. It doesn't mean anything else than that. And yet we're like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine doing a live. I cannot even imagine sending out that email. I cannot even imagine speaking with confidence. Then what are you doing? If you can't imagine that, what would you be doing? Nothing much, to be honest with you. Because people buy your confidence and how much you believe in your product and in your service. So if that's like your starting point, the first thing that I would suggest is that you understand that your personal energy and beliefs influence your clients, your audience, your community. The second thing that I want you to understand is that it's not set in stone. You have the ability to change it. The third thing that I want you to understand is that you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be truly honest with yourself and ask yourself, I believe that every woman should do what they enjoy doing. I believe that you should do what makes you feel alive inside, right? Like after I finish my lives, I feel so amazing and so incredible. It doesn't matter how I get here. If after I finish my lives, I'm like, oh my God, I'm on cloud 9. It was amazing. That doesn't mean that the lives have to mean sales. It just means that people send me a message and they're like, oh my God, you know what? I changed my outlook on something and I see the difference in my life. And it's nothing more than creating an awareness. But to me, that was my leading factor. I wanted that. I understood early on that that gave me life. So I think it's important to know that. And it's also important to know that it is so much easier than you're making it. It is so much easier than you're making it. Like now we have so many tools to our advantage to get copy, to make sales. We have social media. We have an abundance of people that need what you do or what you offer or whatever it is, right? Like whatever you represent. There's an abundance of them. And you have the ability to change your thoughts because no one is going to change them for you and no one's going to charge you to change your thoughts. Like that's ridiculous. You change them within your own willpower. And when we are like, no one is going to come save you. No one. I wish. But that's not how it works, you know? You have to have that determination. And as soon as you make that declaration, like, okay, I am here for it, everything else changes. And is this making sense? What do you guys think? Is this resonating? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to leave you fired up so that over the weekend and next week you can have an amazing, amazing week, an amazing, amazing day and more results. Sometimes just thinking, to be honest with you, that you can do something opens the door to so many things because it's a new level of consciousness. So one of my clients is currently making, and I always talk about her because she reminds me so much of myself. So one of my clients is making $74K a month. And I told her, okay, your next level is 100K. And that woman, just by that new level of mind, that it's so amazing, just by opening the possibility of making that, she got to work. That's how sometimes limited we are. For her, that was a huge amount, which we can all agree, 74K is a huge amount. But just the fact, first of all, I know she can make more than that. And I'm a very new real estate agent. Yeah, I'll give you tips. I actually have, one of my clients is a luxury real estate agent here in South Florida. working on reprogramming my mind the last year, and big difference. Yes, absolutely. So, um, just the fact that she was open to, yeah, okay, I will make, the 100K a month, that created a new level of awareness. And it is so cool, guys, because she no longer is operating from a place of, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to find the clients. Nothing really changed other than the level of awareness. And as soon as I told her that, she immediately started being open to, okay, yeah, 100K is my next goal. And that is a declaration. So I told her, with the new estimates, with the new invoices, with the new clients, with whatever it is, you are now reaching for 100K. And she's been with me for a while, for like 6 months, and she took it right away and she ran with it. That's a different level of mind. That's when you understand that it's not about everything that's horrible that happened to you, because whatever happened to you already happened. Like, you killing yourself over it is not going to change the past. You rewiring the story starting now is absolutely going to give you different results. As a matter of fact, March is one of those months that if you work your business in a proper way, for the rest of the year will be completely different for you. And you work your business within 90 days. Okay, so every 90 days or every quarter, this is the quarter that is going to set up the next 6 months. I guarantee it. I promise. I've been doing this too long for me not to know. This is really it. And I was saying this inside of my Facebook group, because you now have the option. Either I work it for the next 90 days and I get to see massive growth and massive results, or I just stay where I'm at. And what I want you to know is that you make either of those decisions, no one else. I don't care about anything outside of yourself. It doesn't matter to me, because I can debunk it. Right? It doesn't matter. I can debunk it with quantum physics. I can debunk it with science. I can debunk it with spirituality. And sometimes I don't think that I think that it's important that we are confronted with the truth sometimes, right? What are you doing on a daily basis? Your routine is where your money is at. And sometimes the routine is as simple as recognizing, I'm not in the highest vibe today. I don't feel completely amazing or incredible. So let me work on that before I start to scroll on social media and give my brain dopamine hits and then feel even worse than I started. That is also an act of self-love, because it is you making the decision to follow through on something that is going to be beneficial to you, and not follow through on something that maybe you are accustomed to, but at the end you know that it's not going to give you anything positive. Do you understand? Does that make sense? So I'm a very new real estate agent. Any tips? So here's what I think. I think that growing a business is not like magic. It's not like rocket science either. I believe that if you are able to find what you are great at within your market, and you market it from a place of, I am, the best in the West, or I am the best in town, depending on your niche, I think that makes huge difference. I tell my clients inside the Align CEO, your energy is what sells you. And on Wednesday, one of the ladies inside the Align CEO was actually telling us that her client chose a provider that was more expensive than the other one, just based on the person's passion and the person's energy. And that is so absolutely true. But listen to this. We are so funny, because we rather say, no, I'm embarrassed to do that, or no, I can't imagine doing that, or no, there's no clients, or no, I can't imagine, right? It's easier for us to say that than for us to say things like, okay, it doesn't matter how the market is, houses are still selling. And it doesn't matter how the market is, your job is still to sell a house. And that is where the difference between being a good realtor and being a not so good realtor kind of, the market itself weeds them out, to be honest with you. That's my opinion. So if you know that, okay, matter to matter, people are saying no to me, or I'm not making any sales, or I'm having a hard time financing my clients, then I have two options. Either I change energetically, and that means expecting the best possible outcome. And then that the operations or the mechanical part in that is, okay, who am I serving the best, right? Who is my ideal client? And what is it that they're looking for? And how can I become the expert in that? And when you, one of the things inside of the Aligned CEO is your habits have to match your intention. So if you want to be a 7 or 8 figure CEO that runs an empire that is impacting other people, which is what I think that women should do, all of them, then are you acting like that? That means in your schedule, do you have an hour a week, an hour a day, an hour every 3 days to get really good at the skills that maybe you haven't, that you need a little bit work on? And do you have an hour where you are just literally, it's set in stone, you are dedicating to yourself to rewire your energy and get on a better high vibe? Because this is what a lot of people don't understand. This is why using energetics in your business is going to get you to the figures that you want, whatever it is, I don't care. When you are stuck or not feeling your best or not making any sales, Coco, no, don't do that. Your energy centers, your first 3 chakras are blocked. Those are the energy centers that we use in survival. Okay? So imagine if you are not making any sales, if you are feeling stuck, if you are not, seeing any advancement, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel what? How does it make you feel? It makes you feel, oh my God, what am I going to do? What is the next strategy? Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, it's so hard. Oh my God, what is going on? Those are survival emotions. And as entrepreneurs, we need creativity. Every single moment, every single day. Creativity to connect, creativity to launch the offer, creativity to show up, creativity to imagine a better outcome. Do we not? I want to know your thoughts on this. Do we not need that? So when we are operating from these lower centers, the last thing that we want to do is, get quick dopamine hits. And that means let me scroll, let me compare, and let me tell myself all the reasons why I can't advance or move forward. That's just how it works. That's how it works, Your energy is applied to your marketing, to how you close your sales, to how you show up. It is transferred to everything that you do within your business. So having inventory of how I want to feel, what I want to see, what are my goals, and how am I going to get there? Having just inventory, what am I doing all day? If you are not having conversations and you are a woman entrepreneur, you have a hobby. It's not a business. And I'm very sorry to tell you this. I'm not selling you anything. I'm telling you this. Maybe other people don't want to tell you this, but I'm telling you the truth. You need to have conversations because the things that you sell are bought by humans. It doesn't matter what it is. And you need to understand that in the conversations that you're having, you are infusing them with your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. And that is the easiest part, because I didn't say go work harder, go work more hours, go do more. I said first, you control your internal energy, what you're thinking and what you're believing. And if you believed enough, that means that you are in a state of consciousness where you know that you are the one that is attracting based on what you're giving. That's how it works, to be honest with you. And just ask yourself, how do I feel when I'm motivated? You feel energized. You feel like you can conquer the world. How do I feel when I'm sad or depressed or in guilt or in comparison? You procrastinate. You feel stuck. You feel like nothing is working. And sometimes when we are in that state of mind, we're asking ourselves, but why is nothing working? Because that's what you're attracting. That is what you're saying to yourself. That's literally it. You are attached to fear. Fear of I'm not sure, fear of I tried it and it didn't work, fear of what other people will think, fear of judgment. That's all it is. It's just fear. And at some point, women are like, okay, that's it. I've had enough, right? Like I've had enough. The same thing with sales. Guys, it doesn't matter that you're having a sales conversation and you obviously there is for you to feel really good in your business, right? You want to know who it is that you are serving, and you are not serving 100 people. You are talking to one person. That one person has the characteristics of 100 people, right? But you are talking to that one person, you are addressing her needs, and you are telling her how your product or transformation is going to help her. You are taking someone from A to B. That is all. Do you know it requires courage for you to even be able to say that? Even if you had the knowledge, even if you had the expertise, even if you had the background, it takes courage because it means I have to believe in myself that I can actually do that. And it also takes a change in your level of mind. And some people, I don't understand. Like for me, it's hard to comprehend that we have so many tools and we still allow yesterday to be the same as today and today to be the same as tomorrow. Right? What do you guys think? I think I talked enough. Let's see a few questions or a few thoughts. This is an open conversation that we are having. So, okay. So I just received, Maritza, for the Align CEO. Oh, I'm going to see you today. I am going to see you later. Maritza just signed up for a strategy session for the Align CEO. And I will see her today at 1 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What questions can I answer? I have a little bit of time before I have to go coach, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it because sometimes just changing your state of mind, like guys, this is the present moment. Whatever happened yesterday, don't allow it to affect today. Whatever you're thinking about tomorrow, you are sending that thought with that intention and be mindful. Oh, that's important. Of things like that. And if you are growing a business, now is the time. This is going to be, mark my words, a deciding month in your business from now until the end of the year. Whatever you do the next 3 months is going to reflect from starting now until the end of the year. No meditation today. We're meditating inside of Instagram for subscribers only now. But there's a meditation that I have as a lead magnet for if you give me your email, I'll give you the meditation and you guys can do it on your own. But I had to do something that was exclusive for people that paid me to be inside of the subscription in Instagram. I'm struggling with starting something new. No, don't struggle. Usually when you're starting something new, you want to make sure that it's something that you're also passionate about, because when things get, a little bit tricky, that passion is going to lead, right? That passion is going to be like, no, I still want to do this. So, and now is the best time to do it, instead of us worrying like, oh my God, a recession is coming. Use that energy that you use to worry about how it's not going to work and how it's so hard to make it work. Because when you're thinking of that, you're giving your energy out via your thoughts. I have so many things I'm passionate about. How do I choose? You want to choose something that you also have experience in, right? So what is your life experience, and what can you help others with knowledge that you have in order for them to better their life? And it could be small or it could be big. It usually starts small and then it starts becoming bigger, So that is super important. What else? What else can I answer? I have about 5 more minutes. Yeah, about 5 more minutes before I begin, before I have to go and coach. And thank you. And through the weekend, Like, be mindful of, okay, if I don't have a schedule, how am I going to, one of the things I continuously say this, and I say this inside the Aligned CEO, and I drill it. I do. When you have a schedule, all overwhelm and procrastination leaves. Granted, you know how to build your schedule based on your business and your life, right? Because you can't just be like, okay, whatever. And it gives you time for personal development, for you to have your rituals, for you to connect, for you to reach out, for you to do all your income producing activities, and for you to still have time. I work until 3 p.m. the latest. That is it. Everything gets done within that time. Then at 3 p.m. the girls come home and it is over. Unless it's like something out of the ordinary. Yesterday I had an Instagram live, but that's not something that I usually do or I usually book, and everything else gets done. That allowed me to move from, procrastination and overwhelm to actually doing the things. That is also an act of self-love. Because I know if I stopped the scrolling and I got to 1 hour of focused work, I would feel so amazing and so incredible. And that doesn't mean that you don't never scroll. It just means there's like, if you really want to grow that business and grow that empire, what CEO do you know that doesn't manage her time? I have 3 kids, 8 and under. How do you do it? Okay, mama. First, my kids are pretty big. I have a 17-year-old, an 11-year-old, and an 8-year-old. So that's the difference. My kids are big. I work from home, so when they go to school, I do all my work. That's why my lives are early. And then in the afternoon, I have the time with them. So that's a little bit different because little ones, it's not as easy. But if you can dedicate 1 hour a day to doing whatever the income producing activity is, in my opinion, TikTok and live video, then that is a start. That is a start. Okay, what other questions did you guys like today's topic and today's live? It's really, my intention was just to reel you in, right? And make you conscious the rest of the day. Like when you start saying things, I can't do it, it's so hard, it doesn't work, I'm not really sure. You understand that is the current level of mind, but I have made the decision, the conscious one, to upgrade that level of mind, right? And I don't know, that's where it starts. Your mind directs your energy, and what you focus on will expand. That's why when you're focused on a problem, you won't see a solution. The problem just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The same thing goes for the positive. If it works for the negative, it also works for the positive. So give yourself that opportunity to actually see it work in your life, And stop starting and standing and stopping and starting and stopping, starting and stopping, and stop that. Good morning. I usually go live here Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Sometimes I can, but that's kind of the schedule that we are running. So that's what I want to leave you with. I want to leave you with, the thought, at least, am I really creating my reality? Am I really mindful of what I'm saying to myself? And sometimes I even bring to life, like I even bring the fact that this is science, and for something to be science, it has to be proven over and over again. And I will get a response that says something like, okay, well, maybe. Okay, well, maybe. That means that the person is so stuck in that box, in that story, that it won't work, that she doesn't even give herself the opportunity to believe in it for at least a little bit. So next time that you think, well, maybe, well, I'm not really sure, well, maybe this will happen. Okay, first of all, if you understand the simple concept that your thoughts generate electrical impulse in the form of information, in the form of a frequency, give your body a break to think and receive good things. Somebody told me, how do you speak with clarity or conviction? And it is because I gave myself the opportunity to really find out who my ideal client was, what problems they were solving, and then I made a firm declaration that I would be the best one to solve those problems. And my actions followed through. So if I wasn't so good at marketing, then in my agenda, there was an hour for me to read marketing books. If I wasn't so good at sales, then in my agenda, there was an hour to learn how to sell. And selling is nothing else than you having the clarity on who you serve. That is it. There's nothing else there. So it's like if you're a doctor, and imagine doctors thinking, oh my God, no, I can't fix your shoulder, because what if you think that I am a specialized doctor in fixing your shoulders? What are you going to think of me? The same exact thing. Then if you say, no, I don't want to find out who my ideal client is because I can't imagine that they'll pay me, or no, I don't want to know what their problem is because I don't think I can solve it. That's amazing, Abby. Also today I saw someone, she's an incredible designer. The lady does beautiful, beautiful designs, and she's so supportive. She's always such a sweetheart with me. And she was telling me like, oh, I'm building up the courage to go live. No. You don't build up the courage to go live. You go live. You go live, you share, you give people an insight of your thoughts, your values, your beliefs, the inside of your business, and you start growing your business right away. Like there's no later, because you don't know if later you're going to be alive. Like, who knows that? That's kind of a little bit of an entitlement. Oh, I'll do that another day or another year or in 6 months. Oh, really? Maybe you know something I don't know. So it's now. There's no other time. It is now. Whatever you are fearful, yes. I make money because I meditate and read people's chakras. That's what I do, right? I mean, I teach the Aligned CEO, which helps you grow a successful business. But imagine if I was like, no, that's not true. Energy is not true. And chakras are not true. Even if I had all the science with it, because I had to have the science for me to believe it. So whatever it is that you are fearful of doing, that is your ego mind keeping you in the same exact place. And you are more than an ego mind. You are a soul with a purpose. Aren't you not? Would I be the only one that thinks that? So if that is the case, why is it that when you think of what you want to do, you have this idea or this vision that makes you feel so alive inside, if that wasn't what you're supposed to be doing? And why would you run away from the opportunity of being the best and getting paid extraordinary and living an amazing life? Why not? So the first thing is creating a vision for your life. And the second one that I would say that helps you energetically is meditation. That's where I would start, to be honest with you. So today, I want you guys to literally remember, you only have one life. Other people judge you based on their limitations. And for the rest of the day, get your body out of that, I can't do it, it's so hard, it won't work. And actually have courage to go after what you want. And confidence that you can do it. For real. Like, that is the best gift that I can give you, to be honest with you. You don't need any external validation. Everyone in my life around me, except very few people, would tell me, why would you stop being a public administrator or run a construction company and come and do energy healing or chakra work? Why would you do that? That makes no sense. Now everyone is like, oh my God, you are incredible and amazing and blah, 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 blah. But it was at the beginning, right? I've been doing this for 9 years. And it was at the beginning that they were like, no, like, oh my God, that's almost like looked at in a wrong way. So that is what I want to transmit to you. You don't need anyone else. You don't need anything outside of yourself. Stop with the excuses. Drop the beliefs that you're going to die because you make a sale, because you make an offer. No one is gonna come save you. Let's leave that aside, please. That bothers me, to think that you have the entitlement to wait until you feel like it. I'm gonna wait until I feel like it. No, you're gonna wait the rest of your life, right? That's how it is. All right, my loves. So with that, I leave you. Thank you so much for being here. You guys always ask me, the Aligned CEO. In my opinion, it is the best program that you can come into if you want to grow your business to six figures. It is the best. It's not the cheapest, but it is the best, in my opinion. And we have 2 more spots. We start March 20th. And why 2 more spots? Because I can't take on more than 8 people. That is something that I coach there almost every day, and that is my energy, and I can't possibly have more than 8 people in a container at this moment. It's a lot. So with that said, I will see you guys Monday.